course, it was very obvious who was prepared and who wasn't. There's those who are prepared for opportunities and setbacks, and those who are not. I feel real lucky to have the dad I do.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2021 thriller Last Survivors. A film that is directed by Drew Mulree and it stars Drew Van Acker, Alicia Silverstone and Stephen Moyer. Now the film focuses on a father and son. Now the father essentially tells this son they are living out in the wilderness, on the hills, in the snow, all alone. And the father has been telling the son all his life that there has been like a World War III, and there are very few survivors left, and the only survivors that are left are very, very dangerous and must be killed on sight. So they've turned their home essentially into a fortress. There are traps everywhere in the woods, and anybody that they come across, the father kills immediately. They hunt for their food, and they've lived like this essentially since the son, Jake, has been a young boy, as he has no memory of the war. The father then is taken ill from an injury, and the son has to go out looking for antibiotics to help save him. And he comes across a ranch, and on this ranch is Alicia Silverstone's character. And the son soon finds out that in actual fact, the world is not as his father has been presenting him. What are my thoughts on Last Survivors? Well, I've seen some reviews of this, written reviews of this, and there's been a lot of people kicking back on this film, essentially because it's described as a science fiction thriller, and that is the premise. You initially are presented one thing when this film begins, that it's like a post-apocalyptic type film, but the truth behind the curtain is in actual fact different than that, and that's not trying to give away spoilers here. So I could understand somebody watching this expecting one thing and then in actual fact getting something else, and being upset about it, or certainly annoyed about it slightly. For me, that was the strength of this film. In actual fact, if you can look past that initial advertisement, if you like, that this film is something that it's not, the film in actual fact is quite a clever film, and I enjoy films that kind of present one thing but show you something else. I really like that with a lot of films when they do that, and this in a lot of ways is quite a smart film. Again, it's not perfect, it's not a brilliant film or anything like that, but I appreciated it, and again it's a film that is got its fair share of strong performances by all the principal cast. All the three main leads here, Drew Van Acker, who plays Jake the son, Stephen Moyer, who plays the father, and Alicia Silverstone. Remember her? Not seen her in anything for quite a while. In actual fact, she's probably the strongest performance here. I was really, really impressed by her. And the fact that she has like this slow burn of a relationship with Jake, this initial lack of trust, in the sense you've got to remember that Jake was raised to be fearful of everybody and kill on sight, otherwise you're gonna get it yourself. So this initial meeting between them, there's a lot of tension in the air, a lot of distrust, and you see like this quite beautiful relationship actually build between them, and it's really, really nice. It's the real core and heart of the film. But in actual fact, the other flip side of that coin is the other core and heart of the film is the relationship that he has with his father, and the reveal of who his father is and what he's done as the film goes on will help. I try not to give spoilers away again. It's difficult sometimes with a film like this, because sometimes you like to discuss a film and give spoilers sometimes so you can actually talk about it freely. But it kind of gives you different perspectives on the relationships between him and his father. That appears to be like a really, really loving relationship at the beginning, and like a father looking to protect his son from all the evils in the world. So it's an entertaining film. It's not one of these, again, like I said, that you're going to finish watching and think, wow, that was spectacular. But it does everything it sets out to do, I think. And sometimes you have to appreciate a film for doing that. Yes, some people might feel deceived by this film or the advertisement, but in actual fact, if you could look past that, it's quite a smart film in that, and it keeps you engaged, it keeps you guessing to some degree. And you really do feel, certainly for this Jake character as the film progresses, as this real complex relationship with his father and the situation that he's in. So while, like I say, this ain't going to, blow your skirt up, and it's not going to be on anybody's film of the year lists, I certainly wouldn't expect it to be. I guarantee it's a film that, you won't be particularly disappointed with. It'll keep you going, it'll keep you engaged, it'll keep you interested. It's got some pretty impressive cinematography. The performances are all top-notch here as well. They all take the material seriously. And it certainly kept me engaged and interested throughout its runtime. So if this is the sort of thing that sounds interesting to you, and it's a film that will certainly grab your interest, you could certainly do far worse than checking this one out. I was pleasantly surprised by it, while at the same time not being massively impressed with it. It's kind of middle of the road type stuff here. So yeah, I'm going to give this one. I'm probably going to be fairly generous and give it a 6 out of 10. I've seen some really unfair reviews for this. I think people can't get past that initial, it's supposed to be a science fiction. And for me, that was the strength of the film, in a sense of it was presenting one thing and give you something else. So if you get an opportunity, try Last Survivors out. I don't think you'll be too disappointed with it. It's nothing special, but it will certainly pass a good couple of hours of your life. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this review. I will be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.